So I'm back to you, Mike.
Okay. So I think a lot of us remember Bill Sullivan. He did his master's thesis in 2005. I actually participated in that with our well here that serves 12 lots in our small group B water system. And Bill made a lot. He brought in 130 different well owners, whether they be water systems or private well owners. He did a good job of rounding up the troops and taking measurements, and he came up with this graphic that I still remember that talks about the aquifers, where we get our water from. And I think it's worth noting that the north half of Lummi Island is really a jumble of different geology, different time periods. If you look at that yellow area starting up at Niggly Point, north end, that's all sandstone, predominantly sandstone. Sandstone has been sedimentary rock and laid down. Now, I'm not a geologist. I took a course in geology back before plate tectonics was acknowledged, so that's going way back. But look at the sandstone. The water trapped in sandstone is primarily in cracks and fissures. The rock doesn't leave a lot of spaces between things, and so they generally don't yield a lot of water, and you have to be sensitive to how you pump those. You move down the island, you see a bunch of greens and blues and that kind of light blue. Those are the remnants of about a mile of ice that used to cover Lummi Island about 12,000 years ago, and we're still rebounding from that massive weight over the top of us. And that caused a lot of glaciation, a lot of glacial till, a lot of pebbles, and and the jumble of that. These aquifers are defined differently, but they are interrelated. They don't transport water easily, let's say, into the sandstone or the greenstone. And then you get down around the southeast end of the study area, down around the auto preserve, and that's a green stone. That's produced by geologic forces, volcanic forces, and it's more of a under heat and under pressure, a little bit more dense. Again, more fissures to hold water. You can get wells out of it, but probably not as easily as tapping into one of these surface aquifers. So anyhow, that's your short course into geology of Lummi Island. Back to you, Isaac.
Great. And if Susan can do this, we have recreated a simple version of this map in Google Maps. So if you haven't noticed that already in some of our promotions, you can use this Google map and roughly see sort of what area you live in, how that compares to the aquifers that Bill Sullivan identified.